Hello, ladies and gentlemen. And it seems that we have more of, that boycott that's going on? Well, Ben and Jerry's, as we said before from yesterday, that let's just wait and see on what happens to Ben and Jerry's with their sales after they, mocked America, pretty much. The USA. Well, what we have here is that Ben & Jerry's parent company, Unilever, I think it's Unilever? Unilever, loses $2.6 billion in market capital as ice cream boycott kicks in over anti-American July 4th tweet. Joby's Kristi Noem slams owners as liberal Vermont businessmen who think they know everything. Yeah, see, it's almost like I'm the prophet, because I predicted this, although I think you guys may be prophets too, because I think we all predicted this. Start slamming on America, start hating on America for stupid reasons, and this is exactly what ends up happening. You get this. So, we have this here. The South Dakota governor, Kristi Noem, laid into uber-woke ice cream brand Ben & Jerry's over the company's infamous July 4th tweet in which it called for Mount Rushmore to be returned to Native Americans. Noem, a Republican, called the Ben & Jerry's bosses a bunch of liberal Vermont businessmen who haven't studied our history and think that they know everything about this country. During an interview with Fox News on Thursday, the governor went on to call Mount Rushmore the greatest symbol of our freedom. Since sending out the message on Tuesday, Unilever, which has owned Ben & Jerry's since 2000, has lost $2.6 billion in market capital. Those shares were down 0.5% on Wednesday and down 1% at the start of trading on Thursday. At the time of writing, the company's market capital is down to $131 billion from $133.5 billion. We can learn from the men on that mountain. We can do better, but boy did they lead us through some challenging times. Noem added in her Fox interview in an apparent reference to the face that adorned the monument: George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Theodore Roosevelt, and Abraham Lincoln. We should be proud of America and knock off what Ben & Jerry's is doing. They have no idea what they're doing, the governor added. Noem had been touted by some as a potential 2024 nominee for the Republican Party by having recently seen her state pass multiple populist right-wing bills, including a ban on gender-affirming care for minors and sales tax. Recently, the Mount Rushmore state governor said in a radio interview that she is focused on her job and that with Trump in the race right now, I don't see a path for a victory with anybody else. The Embattled brand, which was founded by a longtime Bernie Sanders allies, Ben Cohen and Jerry Greenwood, tweeted the message to its 494,000 followers. The 2000 acquisition agreement between Unilever and Ben & Jerry's gave the ice cream maker company autonomy to continue its progressive social mission independently of business decisions made by its parent. Though this 4th of July, it's high time we recognize that the U.S. exists on stolen indigenous land and commit to returning it. The company's official account wrote before suggesting Mount Rushmore should be handed back to its original owners. So yeah, this is the tweet that they have made. That the United States was founded on stolen land, stolen indigenous land. This 4th of July, let's commit to returning it. Yeah, let's not. So here's the thing. America is a great country. We created it what it is. Yes, there was atrocities that happened in this country just like in every other. But we should not give up our great nation for what we have for indigenous people when we would lose everything. Alright? Stop with this stupid BS. We're Americans and we're not going to give up our land for stuff like this. The one thing that honestly I think symbolizes what America is today. As a result, the ice makers are reaping a whirlwind of anger on social media. Twitter user wrote, okay, you start relinquishing your headquarters. Another wrote, this should be easy then, shut down and donate all of your land, facilities, and assets to indigenous people. Others called the Vermont-based ice cream giant hypocrites, while another said, I'm curious on how many millions you have made by being virtue-signaling grifters. Earlier this month, Unilever was named as an international sponsor of war by Ukraine, as the company continues to operate in Russia and therefore subject to a new law requiring taxpaying businesses to contribute directly to the war effort. Oh, so that's huge. So, guys, last time I checked, I think we're all, at least some people who are viewing this channel, are all against the Ukraine war. We don't like the Ukraine war. We don't like war at all. So therefore, let's try to avoid war entirely. Now, obviously, trying to avoid war pretty much for the rest of our history, I don't think is remotely possible, alright? So I don't think that's something that we can do forever. But we can do our very best to have the least amount of wars in our history as possible. So, that being said, why are you, Unilever, an international sponsor of war and supporting Ukraine to keep it to operate in Russia? I don't know what's going on here with you people, but that doesn't seem like a very good thing to do, or a very nice thing to keep on letting thousands upon thousands of people die for a war that should have never happened to begin with. So you're going to have to really start talking about this. Oh, it gets even better, ladies and gentlemen. In 2022, Unilever paid $331 million in taxes in Russia. Oh, really? In 2021, Ben & Jerry's also successfully attempted to stop Unilever from selling its ice cream in parts of Israel. The company initially announced it would no longer sell its ice cream in the occupied Palestinian territory, areas of land that are considered part of the modern state of Israel and have been found for decades. However, the founders and their company were ultimately stopped from carrying out their goal by Israeli license holder Avi Zinger, who has continued to produce the ice cream in his factory in the suburbs of Tel Aviv and distribute to the Israeli settlements. At the time, the company was slammed by some of its anti-Zionist position, which is credited and said reflected its anti-Semitic values. Unilever was later found to be selling the ice cream in the area through a third-party distributor. Yeah. Well. So we have this. We all know that this is just insanity in the greatest possible thing ever, right? We love this country. Now we're gonna go to here, right? We have this from the actual stocks from Unilever, and you see this is the 1 day, right? So the stocks are obviously down, and then we go to 5 days, which give or take is in line. So you see here, this is July 7th. And we go back all the way to July 3rd. You know, it's fine here. It's fine right here. And then we go to July 4th. Ooh, and it just takes a dive. All the way down. And it keeps on going down into the great abyss. About a month ago, they were doing fine. They were not doing horrible. People were buying their ice cream. But it's almost like, you know, you do something woke. You try to backstab and hate America and say that America should give up their land, including the people that are living there. It seems that people don't really like that, and who can blame them? People love this country, and we respect this country, and we built it to where it was. Now, is our country perfect? By all means, it is not. It is not a perfect country, but we can try to make it the best that it is possible. So, I think you've learned one thing. What's your name? Oh yeah. Garbage and Jerry's. That maybe you should not come after Americans, because we don't deal with your woke BS anymore, and I don't think we're going to stand for any of this woke BS at all from any company anymore. All right, guys, that's it for the video. Like, subscribe, share. As always, take care.